Welcome to the Explainer. So, Google's AI, it's not just a general assistant anymore. Not even close. We're going to break down how their latest update basically transforms Gemini into a whole team of personal experts that you can actually build and command all by yourself.
Okay, let's just jump right into it. What if your AI could code a whole interactive game from just one sentence? I mean, seriously. Because Google's latest AI, Gemini 1.5 Pro, is doing stuff that honestly feels like it's straight out of science fiction. And this isn't some theoretical thing, it's a huge leap in what these models can do, and get this, a lot of its power is now free for anyone to use.
Yeah, I'm talking about things like building a fully playable surgery simulator game or a complex 3D simulation of something called a torus knot, all from a single, simple prompt. So you can see, this is way beyond just another chatbot. It's a massive, massive leap forward.
So how does all this work? And more importantly, what does it mean for you? Well, we're going to break it all down. We'll start with what makes this a new kind of AI, then look at the power under the hood. We'll see how it can be your co-pilot, how it goes from prompt to product, and then we'll get into the really cool part, your personal AI gems. And finally, we'll talk about the future, this idea of a team of AIs.
All right, first up, a new kind of AI. And really, this isn't just another small update. It's a fundamental change in how we can even think about interacting with AI. We're moving way beyond just a simple Q&A machine. The whole idea here is a shift from a general do-it-all tool to a really powerful creative and technical partner. It's something that actively builds things, analyzes stuff for you, and even tailors itself to what you specifically need.
So where's all this power coming from? To really get what Gemini can do, we got to pop the hood and look at the engine driving it all. Okay, the big secret here, it's what's called the context window. It is absolutely massive. Gemini can process 1 million tokens of information at once. Now to put that into perspective for you, that's like feeding it all 1,500 pages of the Lord of the Rings trilogy and having it read and understand the whole thing in one go. For complex tasks, this is a total game changer.
And because that context window is so big, it can swallow and make sense of just enormous amounts of info all at once. So think about it. You can have it analyze huge documents, super long email chains, or even entire code bases without having to chop them up into little pieces. That right there is the key to its incredible analysis power.
And the other superpower it has? It's truly multimodal, which is just a fancy way of saying it doesn't just read text. It understands pretty much everything. Text, images, screenshots, audio, video, code, spreadsheets, PDFs, you name it. You can literally take a screenshot of a website, drop it in, and say, hey, build this for me, and it'll spit out the code. It's wild.
Okay, so that's the raw power. But how does that translate into being a super productive co-pilot for you? Let's look at how this can save you like hours every single day, especially if you're living in the Google ecosystem.
All right, if you live in your inbox, you're gonna love this. You know that feeling? A 20-email-long chain lands, and you have to figure out what's going on? Well, instead of wasting time reading all of it, Gemini gives you a one-click summary right there in Gmail. It just tells you what the whole conversation's about and what you need to do. Done.
Or how about this? You need notes from a 2-hour podcast or meeting. Instead of paying for a service to transcribe it, you can just upload the audio file, and in seconds, literally seconds, you get a full transcript with timestamps. I mean, this feature alone could replace paid tools that a lot of people use, like Descript or Otter.ai.
But it's not just about summarizing stuff that already exists. This is where it gets really creative. Gemini is a builder. It can take a simple idea, even just a single sentence, and turn it into an actual functional product.
So check this out. Let's say you need a visual for a presentation. You can just prompt it, create a world map showing the average purchasing power per country and color code it by region. And boom, it generates a fully interactive map. You don't have to touch any complicated software. You just ask and it builds.
And remember that multimodality we talked about? This is it in action. You're browsing online, you see a cool pop-up or some website element you like. Just take a screenshot, drop that picture into Gemini, and it will write the complete HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code to replicate it. Anything you see can become a starting point for something you built.
Okay, all of this leads us to what might be the most powerful, most transformative new feature of all. It's called Gems. And what it does is solve that annoying problem of getting generic
one-size-fits-all answers from an AI. Gems let you build your own custom versions of Gemini.
The best way to think about Gems is like creating a recipe for your perfect AI assistant. You're telling it exactly what to do. You give it specific instructions, you can give it knowledge, you even give it a personality. This is how you create your own personal AI expert for literally any task you can think of.
And building one is surprisingly simple. First, you give your gem a name. Then, you write out its instructions, its persona, what it's supposed to do, the tone it should use. But here's the real magic. Step 3. You add knowledge. You can upload files like your company's style guide, internal reports, even your own resume. You're grounding it in your world. Then you just test it out and tweak it till it's perfect.
And this is where your mind can really start racing with the possibilities. You're not just building one, you're building a whole team of AI experts. Think about it, a career coach that already knows your resume inside and out. A customer responder that's trained on your business's FAQs, a creative writing partner that actually matches your unique style, a learning coach for a specific subject. You can have a whole bench of these specialists ready to go.
Which brings us to the future, because this really represents a fundamental shift in how we should all be thinking about using AI. The whole conversation is changing. It's no longer about finding the one best AI. It's about building your own team of the right AIs for the job.
Yeah, the AI strategist Grace Liang put it perfectly with this quote. It's time to stop asking which AI is the best and start asking which AI is better for this step. That's the new way of thinking. It's not about one master AI. It's about knowing which tool to pull out of the toolbox for each specific task in your workflow. So the future isn't about some single all-knowing AI. Not at all. It's about you building and managing your own team of these specialized AI assistants, these gems. You're the director, the manager of your own AI workforce, putting them to work to supercharge your own creativity and productivity.
So, really think about that for a second. If you could build a team of 3 custom AI experts right now, this very moment, what would your starting lineup be? A personal writing coach? A data analyst? A brainstorming partner? The amazing thing is, with tools like this, it's not some far-off sci-fi idea anymore. It's a practical reality you can start building today. So, what's it going to be?